Hi, welcome to this series, Encouraging Christians to Vote Biblical Values. Our topic today is immigration, and we all know it's a hot one. It will be a big factor in our elections on Tuesday, November 5th. From our largest cities to our smallest towns, citizens all over America are facing unprecedented challenges as a result of at least 12 million illegal immigrants and another 3 million gotaways entering our country in just the past 4 years. And these are very conservative estimates. It is now said that every state is a border state, and public resources are being stretched as never before to meet the needs. In this post, I'm going to challenge you to consider a biblical perspective on this topic. I hope it will be helpful in deciding which candidates best represent your faith and values. The challenge for Christians regarding this issue is finding a balance between compassion for hurting people who are legitimately fleeing dangerous and oppressive situations and those who are just wantonly breaking our immigration laws, some of whom intend to do America harm. Here are some lies being sold right now. Lie number 1. To be a compassionate nation, we need to let everyone come into our country, unvetted and unchecked. There is no such thing as an illegal. This is misplaced compassion, and it is putting our nation at great risk. In Acts 17:26 it says, "From one man God made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands." God is a God of order. He honors nations. He honors laws that are righteous, and he honors borders. Those who support an open borders policy are rebelling not just against our human laws, but against the laws of God. No nation can survive without secure borders. Lie number 2. It is racist, xenophobic, and even evil to build a wall on our southern border or take other actions that prevent the natural migration of people desiring a better life. That's like saying you don't have a right to protect your own home and family from people you don't know who may intend to do you harm. Would you open your front door and welcome in just anybody who shows up? Of course not. Neither should our country. In the Bible, we see that even the Israelites had heavily fortified walled cities to protect their loved ones from foreign invaders. When it was proven that those who arrived at their gates meant them no harm, they were welcomed with gracious hospitality. Our government's highest calling is to protect its citizens from those who would do us harm. Legal immigration provides for that process to happen. Lie number 3, that our borders are secure and that what you see happening there isn't really happening. The highest officials in our land have perpetuated this lie for 4 years. But as Americans, we know what we see. Thousands of illegal immigrants being bussed into our cities with no warning during the dark of night. Thousands more being flown in by our government, avoiding the border crossings altogether. An alarming increase of known terrorists, gangs, and drug cartels coming into our country that are so violent that even the director of the FBI, Christopher Wray, has warned that an attack on our homeland is imminent. The documented release of 13,000 illegal murderers and 16,000 illegal rapists who are now roaming the country. City and state budgets being drained caring for illegals at the expense of their own citizens. An estimated 325,000 lost children who it is assumed are either no longer alive or are being enslaved in child labor or sex trafficking rings. Fentanyl deaths destroying hundreds of thousands of lives, especially those of our youth. Tens of thousands of fighting-age men arriving from countries that are our stated enemies. The narrative being sold about all of this assumes that Americans are just too dumb to see what's really going on. Do our leaders think that we are totally naive? Don't fall for the lies. Why such a betrayal of our long history of legal and orderly immigration. Are there other motives at work here, like cheap labor at the expense of American workers? Or more votes at the ballot box, as the next push will be for amnesty? Can we not be a loving, compassionate, and welcoming nation and still maintain our borders and expect that our immigration laws should either be enforced or changed? The answer is yes. There is no lack of compassion for those from other countries needing legitimate asylum from war, violence, or religious persecution. And the church and some awesome NGOs are usually at the forefront. Those who come here legally often become our neighbors and friends, co-workers and classmates, a great addition to this melting pot we call America. In order for that spirit to continue, we must close our borders, enforce and update our immigration laws, and I would suggest increase legal immigration. Throughout the scriptures, we are counseled to welcome the foreigner, but this open borders policy is literally destroying America. It is disrespecting our laws, it is disrespecting those who are trying to come here legally, and it is putting the security and safety of every American family at greater risk. Which candidate do you think is best equipped to bring an end to this travesty for the sake of our whole country? Don't be deceived by this misplaced compassion. Don't be deceived by the lies. Please share this video with others and join me next week when my topic will be abortion. May God bless you and your loved ones.